Have a look at this small AI ad I've created a couple of months ago.
Something greater calls, and I've stopped ignoring it. It's up to me now to rewrite my story. I don't chase change, I ignite it. I burn, therefore I am.
Now, this ad has some problems that I won't get much into. Some parts can surely be done better, but that's not the point of the tutorial. I want you at the end of this video to have the knowledge to be able to produce something as good as this. If you have some basic video editing skills, that's great, as this will help us understand some additional effects that I've used. But that's not mandatory. I will just include these parts too to make you have a complete overview. At the end of the video, I will run the ad with a summary of each effect and AI model used for each scene, so make sure to stick until the end. So, let's dive into it. The first step is the same as if we were making a real commercial, which is the raw idea. This is a lifestyle product related to the senses, the smell, so we want to talk about sensation, feeling, in an aesthetic way. My decision in the end was to split the ad into two separate environments. First one, this dark room with the man crossing it to reach the perfume. Then, after spraying the perfume on his neck, we jump to this volcano world, symbolizing strength, masculinity, the phoenix with rebirth. I know this is so cliche you could make a tattoo about it, but whatever. It was just 1 second scene, and it served me to create continuity with this final fire wings shot. Looks cool, no? So don't question my imagination. The key turning point of the ad is the use of the product. With the simple spraying of the perfume on his neck, the man catapulted himself from this empty, dark past to a new future where he can be stronger, feel alive. Now let's get creative and start generating our scenes. I generated the man with Midjourney using this prompt. From there, I asked ChatGPT to help me brainstorm about possible camera angles and poses of the man on this dark room setup. Now, you might ask yourself, are you using Nano Banana to keep consistency throughout the steps? And answer is actually no. Reason being, for the lighting I chose this high contrast style for the whole video. This means that we rarely even see the man's face, so we don't need that much consistency if not for the body. We also mostly see him from the back. If you do need consistency though in your character, and most of the times you will need it, check out my video on how to create a character for your brand. So once we have enough images for the dark room part, we can generate our volcano world. I started with this shot right after the spraying of the perfume, then the phoenix symbolizing rebirth. Once again, make sure to tattoo this somewhere. Badass fire shot, cool speed ramp with the volcano smoke. I will show you how to do this in a second. Now this is when I finally used Nano Banana for this last shot. With Midjourney I generated what ended up being the end frame, then I worked backwards generating the first frame with the man still on the ground, and here's the final Midjourney merge frame animation. Now for the product, which I showcased both at the start, blurred and hardly visible, and at the end with the branding, I went for Midjourney still. I was generous with Midjourney, and rightfully so, because to achieve a cinematic look like this, it's the perfect model. Out of the Midjourney generation, I photoshopped away this fake logo, and I asked ChatGPT for an interesting brand naming that then I applied to the bottle manually with Photoshop. Now, I did all these extra steps just because I knew exactly how to do it. But you can achieve the same result by using Nano Banana, just prompt something like this. Now let's get to the more playful parts, for which you need some degree of knowledge of video editing. Again, it's not mandatory, but I will just show you how to do it in order to complete the tutorial. For these effects, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. Starting with the fade-in effect for these two scenes. The first one is a simple fade-in transition. Done this way, it looks like the light is turning on to reveal the man's figure. For this second one, these are the steps. I generated the first frame, used Nano Banana Pro to insert the product instead of this big useless one. I generated the video of it with Kling. To finish, I masked the product with a black shape for the first second, and then unmasked it to make it look like the light is turning on to reveal it, kind of like the first scene of the ad that I just showed you. Now let's get to the speed ramps. On Premiere Pro, click on your clip, show clip keyframes, time remapping, and speed. You can extend the height of your clips to work better with the keyframes. Hold Command on your Mac or Control on your PC and right-click on your clip where you want the speed ramp to start. Then add a second keyframe for when you want the ramp to end. You can play with this mid section to increase or decrease the speed. You can move the keyframes to change the duration of the ramp, even smoothen the transition like this. For the voiceover, I used the text-to-speech feature on 11 Labs. I wanted something strong and exotic without any cliché American accent, so in the end I went for this Nordic sounding voice.
My mission goes beyond this mundane life.
Finally, for music and sound effects, I used Epidemic Sound. I leave a link in the description. It has a rich library for your video's audio. You can even install it as your plugin for Adobe Premiere.
Something greater calls, and I've stopped ignoring it. It's up to me now to rewrite my story. I don't chase change, I ignite it. I burn, therefore I am.
This is the complete process for the creation of an AI ad. Now, disclaimer that I actually do at the end. The choice of using completely AI generated footage and a fake actor is debatable. Many brands will avoid it to protect their reputation. Having said this, the purpose of this tutorial was to merely educate in showing that you can achieve amazing results just by having a sense of direction, taste in aesthetics, and the ability to combine generative art with basic video editing skills. In the end, this will be the same creative process of working with real footage and merely using AI as a support tool, so it works the same way. Final note, my channel is fairly new on this. I only have a couple of videos published, so what I'd like to ask you is to share this with whomever might find it useful on your network. It would really help the channel gain visibility. I will focus on realistic AI integration for businesses, creatives, anyone who wants to learn this field on a professional level, so make sure to subscribe if you want to stay tuned on that. See you!